what are the options which a student has if he is a med school student from India and decides to get into a global arena? So you can see whole lot of countries which are mentioned here, and looks very interesting. Some of you are already taking screenshots. That's great, but what do we do with it? Let us understand each and every aspect of this data and then utilize it on a better way. US has an exam called as USMLE. As I told you, medicos, you guys need to register with a particular medical council of a country in which you want to work, and for that you have to appear a license examination. So each country has their own exam. The UK has an exam called as PLAB. India, I just introduced you an exam called as NEXT will be conducted. Canada has an exam called as MECI, Medical Council of Canada Evaluation Examination. Australia has an exam called as AMC. New Zealand has an exam called as NZREF, New Zealand Registration Examination. In Germany, there are two exams, FSP and KSP. And of course, then there are Gulf countries. Each Emirat have their own exams, like Ministry of Health, Dubai Health Authority of Abu Dhabi. The bottom line is that every country has an exam to get registered with their medical council. Another very important aspect which both all of you need to understand: to do PG is a separate thing, okay, and to settle in a country is again a separate thing. We being Indians, we assume जहां भी PG करने जाएंगे वहीं पे settle होना है. Okay, so don't go on assumption, and if you have that assumption that yes, whichever country I want to do PG, I want to settle there, then be very wise in choosing the countries, because in certain countries you can do PG but not settle. In certain countries you can very much settle but cannot do PG. So these things have to be completely clearly understood by each one of you. All right, and that is exactly what we will be talking one by one. So if I am an Indian student, okay, a student from India who wishes to explore the global arena, which all countries are the ones where I can go ahead and do a PG program? Let us understand this. My first option is America. The second obvious option is India. Okay. And my third option is Germany. These are practical options where hundreds and thousands of students have got admission. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Let us understand each and every country and how you can settle in other countries, right? So to settle, which are my countries? I can settle in Canada, I can settle in Australia, I can settle in New Zealand, I can settle in Gulf countries. You're getting it? Obviously, you can settle in US or Germany, right? So if we talk about the difficulty level of exam, USMLE is one of the difficult examination. I can kind of say one of the most difficult examinations globally. Okay, and the reason is they are as practical as medicine exam can be. Okay, they are actually what the way you're going to encounter your patients. The UK PLAB exam are of medium difficulty level. Okay, so Indian next exam definitely difficult. So unfortunately, there are certain agents in South India. Unfortunately, they try to give a justification, you know what, you should consider your career in UK. And if you ask them why, so they will tell you India difficult, US difficult, UK easy. Great. You should ask them, what about visa issues? What about quota? What about chances to settle? What are the problems? But unfortunately, these things they will not discuss with you. So today's session, we are going to unearth what exactly is the reality and what are my practical chances in different countries. All right. So going forward, let us understand the difficulty level. Exams in Canada is of medium difficulty, Australia is medium difficulty, New Zealand medium, Germany is comparatively easy, provided you are mastering your German language, because there the exams happen in German language. Gulf countries, of course, are comparatively easier, right? During the admission rounds of PG, let us discuss the very important factor. I mean, one of the big and the pressing issue in India always is the quota system. No, US does not have a quota system. UK, of course, UK Britishers, they taught India quota, they taught Canada, they taught Australia, they taught all the Commonwealth notions, the quota system. Germany does not have, so does Gulf countries. Okay. We talk about the number of PG seats. These are approximate 34,000 in America, close to around 15,000 in UK. India is around 30,000. Canada around 2,000. Australia is around 5,000. New Zealand, very small country. You know, in fact, earlier it was only one med school. Now they've added another one med school, so it's only two med schools. Plus, the population of animals is more than human. So I mean, if you are in New Zealand, if you become a veterinary physician, you will be much more in demand compared to a human physician. So yeah, so that's again a different story. All right. Germany around 5,000 seats and Gulf countries around 500. Right. Now, when I say visa issues, okay, these are two kind of things. One is issue to do PG, and second is issue to settle. Okay, so visa issues both for PG and settling are low, big problems both for PG and settle, no question. PG not sure, PG no, PG no, PG no. To settle, no problem. To settle, no problem. To settle, no problem. PG and to settle, no problem. No problem. Okay. Now, the next factor is chances to settle. These are again very important aspects of our discussion. Any point of time you have any questions, just type your question on the question panel. Can you settle in America? Yes, after doing PG from America only. If you do PG from any other country, you cannot settle. So you have to do PG from America if you want to settle in America. Simple as that. Can you settle? Forget about doing PG. You can't even settle in UK. India, again, not applicable. Can you settle in Canada? Yes, absolutely. You can settle if you have done a PG from India or America and have cleared this exam, MECI. Can you settle in Australia? Yes, no problem. As long as you have done PG from India or America and cleared this exam. And same is with New Zealand. So these countries have something called as specialist pathway, under which, due to the skill shortage, they welcome students from India or America who have done their PG. Okay. Can you settle in Germany? After doing a PG from Germany, yes, you can settle in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. The problem is you cannot come back to India. That's a big problem in Germany. Germany is a one-way route. You know, if at all people don't get into India or US, then they think about Germany. Can you settle in Gulf countries? Absolutely. There's a red carpet welcome if you are a PG from India or America to settle anywhere in the Gulf Emirates. In fact, lot of hospitals in the Middle East are jointly ventured and partnered with groups which are the top-notch hospitals in US. So they appreciate Indian as well as the US PG degree. Okay, I talked good things about everything. Now it's the time to talk about the disadvantages. What are the disadvantages of USMLE? First disadvantage, it's a long process. Second, it requires hard work. Third, it requires patience. I mean, I have physicians at the age of 35 coming to decision that now I want to do USMLE. Physicians at the age of 52. So it's a more of a career decision, meaning it is not necessary that people think about USMLE immediately after MBBS. There are people who decide that with their family they want to shift there. So USMLE and the preparation for PG is a career decision, which is why you require planning, and it is a long process. And it is, of course, if anybody telling you it's an easy process is lying you. Definitely not. It's a difficult exam. But the only best part about this journey is that if you are determined, then this is the best country which can happen to you. First of all, education is completely free. On top of it, you get salary 50 to 60,000 US dollars at the residency and at the fellowship level. So A, I am not investing anything. B, I am getting the returns while I am doing PG. So this is the best country which can happen to anyone. All right. UK, big issues. There's something called as BAPIO, British Association of Physicians of Indian Origin. We'll talk much in detail about BAPIO in some time, where they have highlighted issues with regard to tax. Like we are in 2020, but even in this age, if you are an Indian physician and if you decide to work in America, you pay dugna lagan, double tax. Why? Because you're from India. You'll have to pay 400 pounds, wherein your colleagues will pay 200 pounds. There are issues with regard to visa. There are issues with regard to racism. I mean, there is a professor from Andhra Pradesh who has written an article in BMJ, British Medical Journal, about the issues and the racism faced there. Majority of jobs are back office. So the problem is, I worked hard in my career to achieve and earn a respectable degree, but I go into a country where there is no respect for Indians. So that is something is a very, very put off for students to consider about UK. So beware, especially South Indians, beware. There are a lot of people telling you this is difficult, this is difficult. So go to UK. Ask them these questions. Tell them, give me 50 names of students who are settled in UK. I will believe you. When it comes to USML, you can yourself Google thousands of students who are settled there. But in UK, majority of Indians whom they portray and show, oh, this Indian or this Pakistani has got selected, is actually not Indian origin. I mean, it's not actually from India. He's just born and brought up in UK and is just from Indian or Pakistani origin. So be careful with such people, right? All right. So next, of course, the Indian system. I again am repeating, Indian PG degree is very much valuable. Only challenges is competition, quota, and by chance you don't get into merit, then it's a high debt. I mean, you don't, at the age of 32, people are having 1 crore, 2 crore loans. And sometimes, of course, the preferred branch not available, right? What are the disadvantages of Canada? Canada, the thing is, of course, it has quota system, British colony, but there are a couple of provinces where French is compulsory and mandatory. And more importantly, it's a public healthcare system. So it's a great system, a good life, quality life. But if you are looking for an adrenaline rush, the fun what you have in your emergency medicine department or overall patient load, you will not find except for US and India. Okay. There's nothing called as private healthcare in Canada. Okay. Australia, of course, the lifestyle is expensive. There is a quota system, long license process. There's a huge waiting list. Typically, if you deal or if you come across certain education consultancies or agencies and you ask them what about Canada, Australia, New Zealand, you know what? The easy thing what they will tell you, okay, and spoil your entire budget and career is that they will tell you, you do one thing, you go for a course called as MPH or MHA, and in future you try for these exams, and that future never comes. That agent has made money because they have tie-ups with the universities, and you have actually lost precious years of your career, and you are never going to come back into a clinical year. So again, be very, very careful, especially if you go to study abroad agents who does not have any idea about medical field. You'll see big ads, and then you ask them what about MECI, what about AMC. They will tell you you can study there when you go there, but right now go for MPH. Don't do these silly mistakes. Okay. We've saved hundreds of students falling trap into all of these things. Germany, it's a good option. There is huge demand. Population, is a very skewed population there. But the biggest problem with the German option is you need to master your German language, and it's a one-way route. You cannot come back to India ever. So Germany, usually, who chooses Germany? Germany is typically selected by people who tried for India, did not work out, tried for America, did not work out, now want to make a career and just settle in that country. Then Germany is an option. It has to be like a very clear-cut planning. But again, I'm repeating, your success in Germany is completely based on how good you can master your German language. Gulf countries. So Gulf countries are the great destination to do a job, not to do a PG. Okay. But the only challenge there is you need to be a little careful when you are signing up. Majority of them are contractual jobs and happens via agencies. So you need to be very particular when you choose agencies. Okay. If you're not careful, there are people who might fool you. So be very, very careful about these things, because of course there are reputed agencies also, job agencies, not like we don't do this. We are education agency, but there are certain people who do recruitment or give jobs to people. So that kind of agencies is what I'm talking about. All right. Great. So I hope this picture is clear, and now I am definitely open to any questions which you guys have. Sir, what about some doctors going to USA after doing PG in India? That's a good question. So please understand this very, very clearly. Okay. We'll talk about the US process, but we will talk about this. Okay, Jainika Chaudhary is asking, what is MPH? I don't understand. MPH is Masters of Public Health. These are non-clinical degrees. So if you approach a education agent who has no idea about medicine and you ask them that I want to settle in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, they will not talk to you about MECI, AMC, News, NZREX, and the the license registration process. They will only tell you join this MPH degree program, and this MPH degree cost you anything between 70 to 80 lakh Indian rupees. Okay, and after that, getting a job is a big challenge. Why? Because who can do an MPH? MPH can be done by a dentist. MPH can be done by a BSc biotech person. MPH can be done by any biosense field person. Okay, so your value, your demand is not as high as a clinical field. So this is something which you need to understand.